Hey, Commanders fans! Today, we're diving deep into a question that's stirring up excitement for the 2025 season. We're facing significant change with the arrival of new talent and the looming departure of some veterans whose positions are starting to feel a little shaky. Let's talk about the major roster moves coming in the next few weeks. Oh, and don't forget, we've got 2 scoops of Commanders, insider news we're breaking down in detail in this video. We'll bring you the freshest information straight from the source. So hit that like button. It only takes a click, and it really helps. First up, our focus is on the defensive backfield, where 2 veterans, Mike Sainristil and Marshon Lattimore, are currently slated as starters. But will that remain the case in 2025? Rumors suggest Lattimore's performance has been inconsistent, opening the door for a very promising rookie, cornerback Trey Amos. The young star, a second-round pick in the last draft, is seen as a potential replacement, and many believe he could significantly upgrade our defense. Currently, Trey Amos is backing up Lattimore and the right cornerback, but that could change quickly. There's an expectation within the team's leadership that Amos can provide a boost, not just to Lattimore, but to the entire pass defense, which struggled last season. Defensive coach Tommy Donatell says Amos acts like a much more experienced player. The way he approaches the game and understands it, Donatell says, highlighting the rookie's standout performance in practice. Sainristil, also a starter, praised Amos's performance. Trey is doing really well and will be a very special player this year. This statement demonstrates the confidence his teammates have in the rookie, and it's a good sign he could become a valuable asset to our defense. Defensive coordinator Joe Witt shared similarly optimistic impressions of Amos. He emphasized that the rookie is exceeding expectations for someone so early in their career. Donatell explained that Amos has a true awareness of his responsibilities, vital in a defense. That's where he's ahead. This maturity and understanding of the game are characteristics that could propel his rise within the team. With the rest of the league taking notice, Amos is attracting admirers and observers, and he was highlighted as a rookie to watch by the Pro Football Network. Analyst Brandon Austin commented that selecting Amos was a steal in the draft, as he was considered one of the best cornerbacks available. This analysis underscores the quality he can bring to the Commanders and the cost-effectiveness of his acquisition. Amos had very strong performances in the NCAA, especially against tough SEC teams. His combination of size and athletic ability puts him in a high echelon, establishing him as an excellent cornerback. Besides strengthening the defense, his arrival could also allow Sainristil to return to his more natural position in the slot. This move could provide even more solidity to our secondary. Jason Simmons, defensive passing game coordinator, also noted Amos's positive performance and stated, "What impresses me most about him is his maturity. The fact that he doesn't hesitate to ask questions shows his commitment to improvement, essential for any player seeking prominence in the league. It's clear Marshon Lattimore has great potential, but his performance in 2024 wasn't as stellar as we hoped. Simmons believes Lattimore has the talent to surpass his past performances. I'm looking forward to seeing him come back and be healthy." The message here is clear. The pressure is on Lattimore, who, in addition to regaining his top form, needs to contend with the rise of a promising rookie like Amos. Now, shifting our focus to the offense, let's talk about wide receiver Jalen Lane, who may be ready to make some noise. Considering the presence of big names like Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel, Lane is looking for a chance to shine and could become a more dynamic element in our passing game. He's a player who can win contested catches and potentially even force a veteran like Noah Brown out. Bobby Engram, the wide receivers coach, praised Lane. "I love his work ethic. It's this dedication that could make all the difference during the season." Lane is described as a super intelligent receiver and has the advantage of being the son of a coach, a factor that could be crucial in his development and understanding of the game. However, Lane isn't the only competitor at this position. Luke McCaffrey, a second-year player, is also vying for a spot, but he'll have to show significant improvement from last season. Engram made it clear that he expects to see McCaffrey improve in several aspects of the game, including route running and contested catches. He acknowledges that McCaffrey is committed and focused, which is a good sign. Jalen Lane isn't limited to just the passing game. He could also impact the return game, which could be a significant addition to the team. He himself stated, "I feel like I can make any play." This confidence is important and could be a valuable addition to our offensive arsenal, especially in return situations. Speed is one of Lane's strengths, and he intends to use it to produce results. I'm very confident. I feel like I'm going to be able to help score some touchdowns. This desire to impact the team is vital, especially in critical moments during games. His engagement and willingness to make a difference are signs that we're dealing with a talent that can't be underestimated. Now, let's talk about a move that could reshape our defense. The NFL has recently seen some veteran cuts, with players leaving teams in search of new opportunities. One of the most impactful was the release of Jerry Alexander, former Green Bay Packers cornerback, a player who spent 7 years with the team and earned 2 Pro Bowl selections. The big question is, should the Commanders consider signing him? Stay tuned until the end, as we'll reveal some interesting points in this analysis, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything about our Commanders. Jaire Alexander, whose career has been marked by injuries in recent seasons, has just become a free agent. What makes this intriguing is that, even with a crowded cornerback room, the possibility of adding a player of Alexander's caliber could be a golden opportunity. On paper, we have Mike Sainristil, who excelled in his rookie year, and Marshon Lattimore, a valuable acquisition. However, the question remains. Lattimore's injuries and recent performance raise concerns about his form and consistency. Sainristil showed steady growth last season and could be a key piece. Lattimore, after dealing with physical issues, is an unknown. He needs a full offseason to recover and integrate into the defensive style our coordinator, Joe Witt, is implementing. We clearly have a defined strategy, but the arrival of a player like Alexander could change the dynamics and bring a new level of competition to our roster. The arrival of Trey Amos in the second round of the draft, and the addition of veteran Jonathan Jones also weigh heavily in the balance. What's clear is that the space for a new cornerback might be limited. Signing Alexander would put pressure on Lattimore and the other defenders. However, considering Lattimore's health and the level of experience Alexander brings, this could be an opportunity to secure a significant reinforcement, at least in the short term. Statistically, Alexander performed considerably well last season, registering a 75.2 grade on Pro Football Focus, placing him among the top 25 cornerbacks in the league. It's important to note that, when healthy, he still has the ability to be an effective player and impact the defense in a way we haven't seen recently. This raises the question, are we willing to overlook the injury history and the cost to secure a quality upgrade? An aspect that cannot be ignored is the possibility that if the Commanders don't take the initiative, we could see Alexander joining a rival, perhaps the Eagles. That's a disaster we all want to avoid, especially when it comes to a player with enough potential to strengthen another team in the division. This reality should motivate management to seriously consider the offer, and a justified negotiation to prevent this move. If the price is right, Washington should consider signing Jaire Alexander. While not a guaranteed All-Pro, he brings immediate security and could be a valuable addition to our roster, especially if Lattimore doesn't develop as we hope. At the same time, this decision may be more beneficial than risky, considering he won't be playing for a rival team in unfavorable situations. With so many variables on the table, the big question is, do you think adding Jaire Alexander would be a smart move for the Commanders? Or should we focus on developing our young talent? Leave your opinion in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything about our beloved Washington Commanders. Hey Commanders fans! Today, we're diving deep into a question that's stirring up excitement for the 2025 season. We're facing significant change with the arrival of new talent and the looming departure of some veterans whose positions are starting to feel a little shaky. Let's talk about the major roster moves coming in the next few weeks. Oh, and don't forget, we've got 2 scoops of Commanders, insider news we're breaking down in detail in this video. We'll bring you the freshest information straight from the source. So hit that like button. It only takes a click, and it really helps. First up, our focus is on the defensive backfield, where 2 veterans, Mike Sainristil and Marshon Lattimore, are currently slated as starters. But will that remain the case in 2025? Rumors suggest Lattimore's performance has been inconsistent, opening the door for a very promising rookie. Cornerback Trey Amos, the young star, a second-round pick in the last draft, is seen as a potential replacement, and many believe he could significantly upgrade our defense. Currently, Trey Amos is backing up Lattimore and the